to FM Tuition Academy. So it doesn't matter where you are actually watching me from. You know you're somebody who wants to do online tuitions, whether it's mathematics, physics, English, chemistry, biology, civic education, all these subjects. It doesn't matter what you want to do. Just comment your phone number down and we'll be able to help you. We are strategizing on how to teach examination past papers and so on, so it will prepare you effectively for upcoming exams. Now, comment your WhatsApp line if you know you are somebody who wants to write GCE. Comment your WhatsApp line and our team will get a hold of you. Today in mathematics, we are looking at a continuation of the topic called indices. We have already done part 1. We are now dealing with part 2. So our teaching methods, we usually focus more on examination past papers. So look at this question. For example, if a question comes in an exam where they say simplify 8 or simplify 1 over 4 to the power half. If a question comes like this in the exam, they say simplify 1 over 4 to the power half. So this is the base, 1 over 2 is the power. How do you do with such kind of questions? It's a fraction raised to a certain power. The first thing that you do is, you write, before I even teach you this one, let me use a simpler one first. Before I use this one, let me use a simpler one to make you understand. If I say 4 to the power half, let's start with this one first, as the first one. 4 to the power half, let's start with this one, and then I'll move to the second one. The first thing you do is, when they give you a number raised to a certain power, which is like a fraction, you first put a square root like this, okay? You put a square root, okay? You put a square root, and then this number down, you put it inside the square root like this, okay? And then this number, this power, the number down here on the power, 2, you put it in front here, in front of the square root. So then the numerator in the power, you see, the numerator is 2, the denominator is, the denominator is 2, the numerator is 1. So the denominator in the power, which is 2, this one, you put it in front of the square root. Always, you put the square root, this number, you put it inside the square root. And then the number in the fraction here, the one down, you put it in front. The denominator, you put it in front here, in front of the square root. Just here, inside, here in front of the square root. Then you put brackets. And then this number on top, you also put it in front, also you put it on top of the brackets. Then you look for what you call trials. Trials, meaning you look for a number which, when you multiply that number twice by itself, it gives you 4. I repeat, you look for a number whereby when you multiply that number by itself, you are multiplying that number by itself 2 times, it will give you 4. So if it is 3 here, if what is in front here is 3, it means look for a number that when you multiply that number 3 times by itself, it will give you the number inside the square root. So we will do trials. The first number that exists is number 1. How many times are you supposed to multiply it? You're supposed to multiply it 2 times. So 1 times 1 times 1, 1. Do you see 1 in the brackets? No. You got the second number, 2. 2 times 2. 2 times 2, 4. You see what is in the bracket? 4. So it means the number I'm looking for, the trial number I'm looking for is 2. Because 2 is giving me 4. So I'll put 2 raised to the power 1 over 2 to the power 1, it is 2. Have you seen the secret on how you solve this? You use trials. You use trials. You look for a number. When you multiply that number twice by itself, it will give you 4. So I've multiplied 1 twice. 1 times 1 is 1. I've tried 2. 2 by itself twice. 2 times 2, 4. So here it's actually 4. No, here, I mean, the trial number here is 2. 2 times 2, 4. Is it 4 in here? Yes. What number has given me 4? It is trial number 2. Then I put 2 to the power 1. So this is it, example 1. Let's go to example 2. Okay, let's look at example 2. For example, they give you 9 to the power 3 over 2. What's the first step which I said? Put a square root. I repeat. What's the first step? Put a square root. The number here down, you put it inside the square root. Then we have got the power here. There is 3 on top, 2 down. So the one that is down, you put it in front here. Then you put brackets like this. The one on top, you bring it on top here. Okay? The denominator, you bring it in front. The numerator 3, you bring it on top there. You look 1, 2, 3. Because here it is 3. If it was 4 here, I have to multiply these ones 4 times. 1 times 1 times 1, 1. Do you have 1 inside the brackets? No. Then you go to the next. 2. 2 times 2 times 2. You have to multiply 2 how many times? 3. Why? Because it is 3. 2 times 2, 4. Times 2, 8. Oh, so what is giving me inside? Okay, 8 and 8 is matching. So the trial number that is giving me 8 is 2. Trial number 2, 2. So is equal to 2 is my trial number. This 2 should be raised to the power 4. 2 should be raised to the power 4. 2 raised to the power 4 does not mean 2 times 4. It means 2 multiply itself 4 times. So 2 times 2, how many times do I need to multiply these 2? 4 times. Times another 2, times another 2, which will give me 2 times 2, 4, times 2, 8. 8 times 2, 16. I hope your mind has understood and you are opening up to a special understanding. Your mind has understood and you are opening up to a special understanding. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. So like I said, this is 2 to the power 4, 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. I'm writing it in a more systematic manner, in a straight manner. So this is the way you solve it. Okay? Okay. Okay. Now, here we are dealing with the powers that are... What about if it's a fraction? Let's try a fraction. So, example 4. Let's try a fraction, guys. Let's try a fraction. Wow. Indices are sweet. You'll be getting distinctions. Okay, let's look at a fraction, guys. What about if they give you, let's say, 1 over 4 in the brackets to the power half. Okay, this is another example. I'll name it A. The first thing which I said is what is down here, you bring it inside the brackets. That's the first thing. You put a square root. What is in the brackets? 1 over 4. So you bring it in here. Okay? What is in front of this? What in the power? What is down 2? You bring 2 here. Then you bring brackets like this to the power 1 on top. So to the power 1. Like that. Then you start doing your trials. You start doing your trials, your trials, your trials, your trials. You start doing your trials. So you start. Look for a number which when you multiply it twice will give you 1. So I start. 1 times 1. I have to multiply it how many times? Twice. 1 times 1 times 1. It's 1. Is 1 on top? Yes. So it means my first trial number for the number 1. You see, this one is a fraction. So I have to do a trial for 1 as well as a trial for 4. So here we're doing a trial for number what? 1. Because here it's 1. So we'll start. As I said, you multiply it twice. 1 times 1 times 1, it's 1. So meaning the trial number that is giving me this one on top is 1. So the trial number for 1 is 1 over, because there's a over here. I go to trial number 4, the second one which is down, 4. So I do a trial for 4, for this 4 now. We're dealing with the trials for 1, now I'm doing the trials for 4. I start. I have to look for a number. When I multiply it twice, it gives me 4. I start. 1 times 1, I multiply it how many times? Twice. Is it giving me 4? 1 times 1, it's 1. Is 1 here? No. I got the second trial. 2 times 2. 2 times 2. So 2 times 2, guys. 2 times 2, which will give me what? 4. Is 4 here? Yes. So the trial number that gives me this 4 is trial number 2. So it means for the number down, trial number 2 is the one that is giving me 4. I put this in brackets. I raise it to that 1. Okay? And then from the rules I taught you yesterday, I said when a fraction is raised to a power, this power is given to the number on top, and also this same power is given to the number 1. So it means it's supposed to be 1 to the power 1 over 2 to the power 1 again. 2 to the power 1. Any number to the power 1 is 1. 1 to the power 1 is 1, 2 to the power 1 is 2. So the answer here is half. The answer there is half. The answer there is half. I hope we are on the right track and you are actually understanding. Okay. Let's look at example B. Let's go to example B. This is how you solve this one. What about if they give you a different scenario? Let's say they bring for you 4 over 25. So say this one to the power 2 over 3. The first thing that you do, I said you put a square root. That's what I said. Then this number, you bring it in the square root, 4 over 25. The number down, you bring it in front. That's what I said. In the power, this number 3, you bring it in front. You put your brackets. The number on top also come here on top as a power. Then you do trials. Trials for 4. So trials for 4 and also trials for 25. So you look for a number. When you multiply that, this one is supposed to be 3 over 2. Sorry, not, it's 3 over 2. The power here is 3 over 2. I made a mistake whenever I was writing. Let me just write it afresh so that I correct it. Here it is 3 over 2, not 2 over 3. 3 on top over 2. I've corrected the question. I didn't write it well. So it is 4 over 25 to the power 3 over 2. So I said the first thing you write a square, you put a square root. Then this 4 over 25, you bring it here like this. And then the number down, this one, you bring it in front like this. Okay? Then you put brackets. The number on top is 3. So also here you bring it on top as a power 3. So you start doing the trial for 4 and the trial for 25. So trials for 4 will start. A number when I multiply itself 4 times, I'll start with 2 times. I look for a number, when I multiply that number by itself twice, I'll get 4. I'll start with 1. 1 times 1, is it 1 on top? No. So 1 has failed, we go to 2. 2 times 2, 4. Is it 4 here? Yes. So 2 has accepted. So my trial number for 4 here is 2. I'm done with trials for 4, which is 2. I go for trials for 25. trials for 25, this one. I start 1 times 1, I look for a number to multiply it twice. 1 times 1, it's 1. Do you have 1 down? No. I go to 2. 2 times 2 is equal to 4. Do you have 4 here down? No. 2 has failed. I go to 3. 3 times 3 is 9. Do we have 9 here? No. 9 has failed. We go to 4. 4 times 4. I have to multiply that number twice by itself. 4 times 4 is 16. Is 16 here? No. I go to 5. 5 times 5 is equal to 25. My trial number that has worked here is 5. It's the one that is giving me 25. So the trial number for this one is 5. So trial number for 4 is 2. I put 2. Over. Trial number for 25 is 5. I put 5. Then I'll put these in brackets because I have fraction. I raise them to the power 3. What did I say? When a fraction is raised to a power, this power is given to everything inside the fraction. It's given to 2 and to 5. So it is 2 raised to the power 3, like this, over. So this 3 has been given to 2. This 3 again will be given to 5. So it will be 5. This is 2 to the power 3 over 5 to the power 3. 2 to the power 3 does not mean 2 times 3. It means 2 times, you multiply 2 3 times. 2 times 2 times 2 over 5 to the power 3 means 5 times 5 times 5. 2 times 2 times 2, that is 8 over 5 times 5, 25 times 5, 125. I hope you have understood and your mind has opened up. You have picked an idea how to do it and how to solve this type of questions. Okay, I hope your mind has understood and you have seen how to solve this type of questions, guys. So that's a little on what you are supposed to do and how to solve them. Okay, so let's go back to the question. I hope the video is clear. I was just trying to reposition it so that the camera is well, and I hope we are all on the right track. I'm just waiting for it to be clear. So if it's clear, type there down saying it is clear so that I know that it is clear. Type down there, if the video is clear, type down there, say it is clear. I want to ensure that there is not blare. So if it is clear, type down there that the video is clear. Okay, so that's how we solve this. All right, we are done with this type. Okay, let's proceed to indices. Okay, let's look at the other types of indices, guys. What about if it's negative? What about if they give you, for example, 4 to the power negative 1 over 2? You see, what we are solving didn't have a negative. It was just 4 to the power. If the power is positive, it didn't have a negative. What do you do when the power is negative? The first thing that you do, even this one is also simplified. This one is also simplified, okay? Simplify 4 to the power negative 2. The first thing that you do if the power is negative, you put a 1 like this. Then you put a dash. Then the whole of this comes down here. 4 to the power half. 4 to the power half. But the negative will disappear. Once you put a 1 on top, it means the negative here has disappeared. I repeat. If they give you a question that has got a negative power like this, you put 1, you put over, then the negative will disappear once you put a 1 on top here. You put over, and then you put 4 to the power 1 over 2. The negative here disappears. Okay, so 1 You say 1. You put 1 there. Then you solve this one down here separately, alone down here. We said if it is raised to a power, you put a square root. You remember what I taught you? You first put a square root, and then this number, you put it inside the square root. The number down here, you put it in front. You put brackets like this. Okay? This over goes up to there. And then the one which is 1 here is 1/2. This one comes here. Okay? Then you look for trials. Trials for number what? 4. Look for a number, when you multiply it twice, it will give you 4. 1 times 1, you have multiplied it twice, gives you 1. 2 times 2, it gives me 4. Do we have 4 here? Yes. So the trial number that has worked is 2. Okay? The trial number that has worked is 2. So what do we have? We have this one there over the trial number for 4 is 2. Then I'll bring 2. Trial number for 4 is 2, which is 2 to the power 1. 2 to the power 1 like this. 1 over any number to the power 1 is itself. So we have half. The answer there is half. The answer there is half. That is the answer there is half. The answer there is half. Okay. So the answer there is half, and I hope we have all understood how that is done. Okay. Okay. So we proceed. We go to the next type of question. What do we do? Okay. Let's solve another one with a negative power. I'll use another one with a negative power. What about if they give you 8 to the power 4/3 with a negative like this? What do you do? The same thing. I said the first thing you do is get rid of this negative by introducing a 1. You introduce a 1, you put over. Then the whole of this, you bring all of it here, 8 to the power 4/3, but the negative has disappeared. Okay? The negative has disappeared. Then over, we said you put this one in brackets. You put this, there is 1 on top here. Can you see 1? So I put 1 over this one. I said you put it in the square root. You remember what I said? I have to put 1 on top. I put 1 on top here, and then I put over. Then this 8 comes in the square root. The number down here in the fraction of the power, you remember there is 4 on top, 3 down. So I said the number down is always put in front of the square root like this. You put brackets. Then this 4 comes on top of the brackets, but under the dash. Then you do trials for 8. You have to multiply, you have to look for a number, you have to multiply it 3 times to get 8. I start. 1 times 1 times 1 is 1. 2 times is 1 in here? No. 2 times 2 times 2, 8. Do we have 8 here? Yes. So the trial number that has given me 8, it is 2. So I put 1 there. I put 1, this one, dash. What number is giving me 8? Trial number 2. It has to be raised to the power 4. This trial number 2 is supposed to be raised to the power 4. And then what do we have here? We have 1 over 2 to the power 4. It means 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, which will give me 16, which is equal to 1 over 16, which is the answer. 1 over 16, which is the answer. 1 over 16, like that. I hope we are understanding and our minds are picking up the principles. Okay. All right, guys. Let's go to the second example. Second example. Another example again. Let's look at another example. Let's look at another example. What about if it is, for example, 8 over 27 to the power 3 or negative 2 over 3, like this. A question like that comes. What do you do? It's the same thing, like I said. The first thing you do is introduce a 1, then the negative will disappear here. So it will be 8 over 27 to the power 2 over 3. Okay? That's the first thing that you do. So you need how many trials? A trial for 8 as well as a trial for 7. So I start. A trial for 8, we look at a trial for 8 and also a trial for 27. So what do you have? You solve this, you put 1 there over, you put the square root here. What do you have? What do we have? 8 over 27, you put it inside the brackets, like this. This number down, you bring it in front of the square root. The number on top there, you bring it in front there as a power. Okay? You put this one in the square root, then the numerator in the power, you bring it in front, then you start your trials. Well, we have to look for trial for 8 and trial for 27. So trial for 8, we'll start. Okay? A number that you have to multiply 3 times to get 8. We'll start with 1. 1 times 1 times 1. How many times does it multiply itself? 3 times. 1 times 1 times 1 is 1. I look for another number. 1 is failing, it's not giving me 8. I go to 2. 2 times 2 times 2 is equal to 8. Do you have 8 on top here? Yes. So the trial number that has worked is 2. Then I have to look for trials for 27. I go again. Trial for 27. I start. A number that I have to multiply 3 times to get 27. I start with 1. 1 times 1 times 1 3 times gives me 1. Do I have 1 here? No. I go to 2. 2 times 2 times 2 gives me 8. Do we have 8 here? No. I go to 3. 3 times 3 times 3. 3 times 3, 9 times 3, 27. Do we have 27 here? Yes. So the trial number that has worked to give me this 27, it is 3. So it means I've got 2 and 3 as trial numbers. Remember there's a 1 on top there. So I'll put a 1 on top. 1 over 2 over 3. So the trial for 8 is 2 over. The trial for 27 is 3, which is this one. You put brackets like this. You put 2 there to the power 2. Okay. I hope you understand the to the power 2, these 2. So what did I do? I said this is over. I said when there's a power here, this power is given to the denominator, the numerator 2 and the denominator. So it is 2 to the power 2 over 3 again to the power this same 2. So I'll continue solving it because there's no space this side, so I'll continue this side. So that is 1 over 2 to the power 2 means 2 times 2. Okay? Over this over. 3 to the power 2 means 3 times 3. Which will give me 1 over 2 times 2, 4. Over 3 times 3, 9. Okay? So it is 1 over. Let me just get the lid. It has actually fallen. I want to get it this side and then I continue teaching you. Okay? For the writing material. Okay. Let's proceed. I hope we are following and everyone is understanding. Okay. So 1 over 4 over 9. Okay. We'll soon be done. This is part 2. And then Part 3, you do it tomorrow. Okay, what do we have? So this is 1 over 4 over 9. So because of space, I'll bring it and solve it on top here. 1 over 4 over 9. So 1 over 4 over 9. 1 divided by, dash means divided by. So it means 1 divided by 4 over 9. 4 over 9. Okay? And then what do we have? Any number on its own is over 1. So 1 over 1, division becomes times, then the one down goes on top here, 9 goes on top, okay? It becomes 9 over 4, which is equal to 1 times 9 is actually 9 over 1 times 4 is actually 4. And then that's how it is done. So 1 times 9 is 9, 1 times 4 is actually 4. You do exactly that. That's how you solve this part of the question. Okay? And that's how it's done. I hope your mind has opened up and you have understood. Okay, just give me some few minutes and then I'm going to return to you. Just give me less than 2 minutes. Pass that question. 2 minutes, I'm coming. And then we proceed. Okay. I'm back. Sorry, there was a short interference. We'll proceed. So that's how you solve this type of questions. Let's now solve the exercise. Okay? I'm sure people have passed through this. Let's solve now the exercise. I think you have understood. I've solved this. I've given you an example. Oh, you want one more last example? You want me to give you another last example? Okay, let me give you one last example. No. Let me give you an exercise. Or one last example. Okay, let's do one last example. Let's say 8 over 64, like this, to the power negative 2 over 3. Okay, what's the first thing that you do? You put this in the square root. 8 over 64, like this. Okay? Oh, no. Sorry. We are too fast. So this one is simplified. Why did I say the first thing that you do? When there's a negative, you divide by 1 as the first thing. So you put 1. Then you put 1 like this, you put over this whole thing. 8 over 64 to the power 2 over 3. Okay? That's the first thing that you do. You get rid of the negative by introducing a 1. If there is no negative, you just solve it direct. But if there's a negative, you put a 1 on top. You divide everything here by 1 on top. Okay? So, what's the next step? You put a square root. You say this. You say 1 over 8 over 64, you put it inside the square root, this whole thing. Inside the square root, like this. The number down, you bring it here in front, like this. You put brackets. The number on top there, you bring it like this. Okay? I hope you have seen what I'm saying. So, this, you bring it inside the square root. The number in the power down, you bring it in front. The number on top as 2 here, you bring it as a power 2. You do a 12 for 8 and also a 12 for 64. Remember, there's a 1 on top here. Don't forget that this 1 on top continues coming down. Okay, so what do we have? So we are solving it like this. Okay, so 12 for 8. what do you have? Trial for 8 is, the trial for 8, you say a trial for number 8 will start. A number that you have to multiply 3 times by itself to get 8. I'll start with 1. 1 times 1 times 1. 3 times gives me 1. Do you have 1 here? No. I go to 2. 2 times 2 times 2 gives me 8. Trial number for 8 that gives me 8 is 2. 2 is giving me 8. So it means the first trial number for 8 is actually 2. Then I have to do the trial number for 64. So I have to do trials that will give me 64. I start with the first number. Multiply it how many times? 3. If it was 4 here, I have to multiply 4 times. So 1 times, we'll start 1 times 1 times 1, 1. Do you have 1 here? No, 2. 2 times 2 times 2, that is 8. 3 times 3 times 3, 27. Do you have 8 here? No. 27 here down? No. I try 4. 4 times 4 times 4 is equal to 4 times 4, 16. 16 times 4, 64. So 64. Do you have 64 here? Yes. The trial number that is giving me 64 is actually trial number 4. So I solve it like this. 1 on top there over. Trial number for 8 is 2. 1 over 2 over. Trial number for 64 is 4. 4. This one down, you bring it in the square, in the brackets. You raise it to the power 2. Okay. So that is 1 over 2 over 4 in brackets raised to the power 2. Then what do you have? I said any number, once it's a fraction down there. 2 to the power 2, you bring 2. We said this power is given to the numerator and the denominator. So 2 to the power 2 over 4, so it gets 2. Which is going to be equal to 1 over 2 to the power 2 is the same as 2 times 2. 4 to the power 2 is the same as 4 times 4, which is equal to 1. 2 times 2, 2 times 2 is 4 over 4 times 4, it is 16. So 1 divided by 4 over 16. So I'll solve it here. Since there's no space, I'll bring it here. So 1 divided by, it is 1 dash means divided by, 1 divided by 4 over 16. 4 over 16. So we are saying 1 divided by 4 over 16. Any number on its own is over 1. What do you have there? 1 over 1. Division becomes times. 16 over 4. 1 times 16 is 16 over 1 times 4, it is 4. Okay? Which is, the answer is 16 over 4. 4 into 4, 1. 4 into 16, it's 4. Which is 4 over 1. And 4 over 1 is the same as 1. It's the same as 4. Because any number divided by 1, we said this is 16 over 4. 4 into 4, 1. 4 into 16, it's 4. 4 over 1. Any number over 1, it is itself, which is 4. The answer is 4. Okay, we have ended this lesson. Okay, we have ended the lesson. Let's now look at the exercise. I hope you have understood. The first thing that you do is get rid of the negative, introduce 1. Put this in the square root, do trial for 8, trial for 64. Then we solve it like that. Okay. I think you have understood. Let's look at the exercise. Try this exercise. I'm writing for you now an exercise. Do this exercise. Part 2 will continue tomorrow. Part 3 rather. So let's do the exercise. The exercise. Okay, question 1. Simplify. Question 1. Simplify 8 to to the power 5 over 2. 8, 5 over 3. Okay, A. B. 125 to the power 4 over 3. Okay? That is B. C. 8 over 125 to the power 4 to the power 5 over 3. Okay? A, B, C, D. The same question, 8 over 125 to the power negative 5 over 3. Okay, we've come to the end of the questions. Try those ones, guys. See what you can do and let me see if you're able to understand. Okay, we'll end here. Let's try those. That's an exercise. Let's try. Thank you for tuning. Try that and submit your work. Try that and submit your work. Okay, we've come to the end of the lesson, so we're stopping here. Thank you for joining. Okay. All right.